The competition we competed in was the Executive Leadership Business Case Competition, put together by the ELC, the Executive Leadership Conference. It required us to put together a team of up to 5 people and develop a case study based upon a real-life business situation of Shell Corporation. And it required us to put together everything we learned in the program, from finance, business strategy, even interpersonal skills and development between team members, and just how to market things. I mean, everything, literally everything we learned in our MBA program, we ended up using towards this program. From a teamwork perspective, the most interesting thing we learned, and we learned this very early on in the Baruch MBA program, because every class required some sort of group work, working to your strengths and working with your group members' strengths. We had one member who was a finance major, another person who specialized in marketing, and divvying up the work along those lines really helped to ease the pressure on other members and work towards the strengths of each individual. In many ways, doing the competition prepared me for what I do today. Putting together a team, working towards a task, and accomplishing it under a set deadline with set resources. That's literally what I do every day, and working on the team helped in so many different ways. And to this day, I still take some of the things I learned from that competition and use it in my day-to-day business. In participating in the competition, one of the biggest benefits was the network. The Executive Leadership Council, were the organization that sponsored the competition. They're a national organization that consists of members who are at the highest levels of Fortune 500 companies. I recently was offered a position, and the individual who offered me the position was an ELC member. So he noticed that on my resume, and we laughed about it during the interview, and it just seemed almost perfect. One of the more interesting aspects of participating in the competition, from the very beginning to the very end, we had the support of the faculty and staff of Baruch. We were able to leverage resources in ways that we never would have normally been able to had we just taken particular courses. And we had a lot of help, a lot of assistance just within Baruch itself. As we advanced within the competition and actually flew down to Houston to give our final presentation, we met members of Fortune 500 companies that we never would have met under any circumstances, given our position and our current place in school. And upon winning, there was an award ceremony in Manhattan, a black tie gala. We've met very, very high-level people, not just leaders of Fortune 500 companies, government officials, and a variety of other individuals who are connected to the organization. And it provided us with access and, in some cases, mentors that helped aid us in our career development. When I first started looking into an MBA, I wanted to stay in New York. My 3 choices that made the most sense: Columbia, NYU, Baruch. Columbia, great name, NYU as well. Baruch, it's a city college. Why would I go there? Well, here's why. It gave me the resources, the time, and the connections. I got to meet people, directors, VPs, who were doing this at night, just like me, working their day jobs, normal everyday people, advancing their careers, just like I have. And through seeing their experiences and leveraging and understanding my own, I'm better able to position myself for the future. And given my background, it was perfect. And the simple fact that this competition came up the way it did, I was approached in study hall by Elaine Bernstein. She said, "I want you to do this. I know who you are. I've seen your work. I'd like you to run the group." And that's why I picked Baruch.